Once upon a time, in a beautiful village, gnomes lived happily. The gnomes in this village, both the females and males, worked together with great harmony. There was a leader in this gnome village who lived in a lovely house. The leader's wife was extremely beautiful. This beautiful gnome wife of the gnome leader was pregnant. The villagers brought delicious food for the leader's pregnant wife. A group of female gnomes braided her hair and decorated it with beautiful flower crowns. Another group of female gnomes danced beautifully to entertain her. Everyone spent their time in great joy. One day, the gnome leader told the gnomes that they needed to go to the forest to collect food before the upcoming winter season. So the gnomes went to the forest to gather food. The leader's pregnant wife was looked after by the female gnomes of the village. The women were chatting, smiling, and sewing clothes when suddenly the leader's pregnant wife screamed loudly in pain. Then, a beautiful baby gnome was born. When the gnome leader and the other male gnomes returned from the forest carrying fruits, nuts, and many other things, they learned that another beautiful baby gnome had been born. The gnome leader was overjoyed. He took the baby gnome in his arms, kissed her, and also kissed his wife. The other villagers clapped their hands and jumped with happiness. Time passed little by little. Now the leader and his wife's little baby had grown up. The young gnome girl had beautiful long hair. She had a pet, a little rabbit that she would hug while sitting on the beach every day, gazing at the vast ocean in the distance. One day, while she was sitting on the beach like this, the most beautiful mermaid came to her. The mermaid gave the young gnome girl a lovely pearl. The young gnome girl and the beautiful mermaid became very good friends. No one in the gnome village knew that the leader's daughter was talking to a mermaid. One day, the young gnome girl went to the beach and waited for the mermaid, but the mermaid did not come. The young gnome girl was very sad. When she returned to the village, still looking sad, her father, the gnome leader, and her mother came to her and asked, "Why are you crying?" The young gnome girl told them the whole story while crying. The gnome leader did not like to see his only little daughter crying. He gathered all the villagers and explained everything to them. Then the old wise gnome in the village used his magic power to see what had happened to the mermaid. The old gnome told the leader that the mermaid was trapped inside a large fishing net. The gnome leader, along with the skilled male gnomes of the village who were good at swimming, went to the bottom of the sea. They rescued the mermaid from the fishing net and brought her to the shore. The leader's daughter ran and hugged the mermaid tightly. The female gnomes applied medicine to the mermaid's wounds. From that day onward, The young gnome girl and the mermaid became friends forever.